भारतीय न्यूज़ सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome back to Lawgical Guru, the show where we simplify complex legal cases and unravel the most gripping courtroom dramas from across the country and beyond. Today, we delve into the Supreme Court's landmark judgment delivered in the December 2023 concerning Article 370, the provision that once granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir, a verdict that continues to echo across the region and the country, which has significantly shaped India's constitutional, political and federal landscape. To begin with, what was Article 370? Article 370 was a provision in the Indian Constitution that granted special autonomous status to state of Jammu and Kashmir. When the princely state acceded to India in 1947, Maharaja Hari Singh signed the Instrument of Accession, allowing India to govern only in matters of defense, foreign affairs and communications. For every else, Jammu and Kashmir retained its autonomy, its own constitution, flags and laws. Article 370 served as the legal mechanism through which the Indian Constitution was applied, selectively to the state and only with the consent of the state government. On August 5, 2019, the Government of India took a historical step, revoking Article 370 and bifurcating the state into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. The decision sparked immediate reaction, both positive and negative, while many across the country hailed it as a bold move towards national integration. Several political parties and leaders criticized it a blow to democracy and India's federal structure. Shortly after the decision, prominent political leaders were placed under house arrest. Internet services were shut down and the region remained under tight security and restrictions for the month. Several petitions were filed in the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the abrogation. Several, after years of hearing, a 5-judge constitution bench of the Supreme Court delivered its verdict in December 2023. The court ruled Article 370 was a temporary provision. The President had full constitutional authority to revoke it. The Parliament acted within its legal and procedural limits. The court also stated that converting Jammu and Kashmir into a union territory should be considered a temporary arrangement. The court also stated that the converting Jammu and Kashmir into union territory should be considered a temporary arrangement and the government should ensure the restoration of full statehood at the earliest. Following the verdict, two dominant narratives emerged: one, that the decision was historic and constitutionally sound; the other, that the court had failed to protect the democratic right of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. In 2024, following the verdict, the central government introduced various development schemes in the region: expansion of the road infrastructure, new railway lines, better schools, and upgraded healthcare facilities. However, one key issue remained unresolved, which was democratic representation. Even in 2024, Jammu and Kashmir had not witnessed assembly elections. The region continued under Lieutenant Governor rule. Many questioned why people were still being denied the right to elect their own leader. Citizens expressed a clear sentiment: development is good, but decisions should be made by our people, not by according to Delhi. Now, in 2025, a full year since the verdict, Jammu and Kashmir appears peaceful on the surface. New tourist destinations have been opened. Cooperation between security forces and local police has improved. Foreign tourists are returning, yet doubts linger in the minds of the people. Is infrastructure enough, or do we also need our voice back? Political parties like the PDP, National Conference and emerging regional outfits have been consistently demanding the immediate conduct of assembly election. For the youth of Kashmir, this is a period of contrast. One hand, opportunity are growing IT hubs, startup incubators, and Skill India training centers are becoming accessible. On the other hand, many young people feel they are losing their unique cultural identity. Some youth express, "We are getting jobs, but we have lost our distinct identity." Others says, "We are proud to be part of India, but without a political voice, what's the point?" It's paradox. Progress is visible, but the fight for representation and cultural expression continues. In 2025, the Ministry of Home Affairs indicated that the full statehood could be restored soon. There's growing speculations that the assembly election may be held before the end of this year. But people are skeptical. Will these elections be a mere formality, or will they represent a real return to democracy? Locals emphasize they want a chief minister elected by the people, not a centrally appointed LG making decision for them. Legal scholars are divided on the implications of the verdict. Some argue that the Supreme Court's decision weakens Indian federalism, as it allows the dissolution of the state without the approval of its elected assembly. If this can be done to Jammu and Kashmir, could it happen to other states in the future? Others believe the move was necessary for national unity and integration. They argue that the Article 370 was a barrier to full inclusion and its removal was long overdue. The Constitution, after all, is a living document meant to evolve with the times. So has Jammu and Kashmir truly changed after the abrogation of Article 370? The answer lies somewhere in between, yes. Infrastructure and development have progressed. Yes, the region appears more stable, but the journey towards true political representation, cultural recognition, and public trust is far from over. Real progress will come only when the people of Jammu and Kashmir can elect their own leaders, feel heard, and secure their identity within the broader Indian framework. That's it for today's episode of Lawgical Guru. It will continue to track this unknown legal saga. Join us next time as we explore another real-life courtroom drama that has shaped the laws we live by. Until then, stay aware, stay empowered, and most importantly, remember, every law has a story.